nothing in that, is there? Hey, Barney. What time is it there? Hey, I was going to tell you the other day while we were on, and I forgot to say anything, that it was the 60th or 65th anniversary of the Flintstones. Can you imagine that? 65 years of the Flintstones. All right, so it's 9 here. I loved the Flintstones when I was a kid. And if I see it on TV, no, I didn't. I'd upgraded my cell phone, and I'm having problems with Messenger. Send me another message, please, and I'll check it out today. I've had to re-sign on to all of my apps, and I'm having problems with several apps. Hopefully I'll get time to work on it today. All my apps. Hey, hang on. Y'all gonna hang on one second. Somebody's texting me. I'm gonna have to close off the screen for a second. Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me okay? Barney, send me another message today for sure. There's something going on with my apps. My iPhone went out, and I had to get my iPhone 13 went out, and I really like that one. Yeah, I will check it out for sure. I'll have some time to mess around with it this afternoon. I got a lot to sharpen this morning. I got to pick my son up at the airport here in a little while. All right, I got to get my new light out. That looks pretty good. So a lady brought me 2 pairs of very tiny and very old Salon shears. Well, I've looked at the booking ones before. I don't want to do anything like that. I want people to actually call me or text me to set an appointment. Looks good. Set the dust collector up. Make sure I have everything turned on correctly. 55 people watching. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. sharpened a couple pairs of Salon shears this morning. Lady dropped off last night. So this is going to be a fairly short live stream. See, that's a good idea. I like that. I have that set up with my site through Wix. They can message me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get aggressive with this. These are pretty worn. The messenger through my website is a messaging, not an email. So it sends me like a text message. I prefer a text message, really. Fast. Whoa! Well, I just pay an annual fee. I think it's, I don't know, $300 something per year. It doesn't cost me anything to do the messages through the site. It's all through Wix. I don't think it was any extra. Yeah, I always get contacted by people wanting to do it. I don't have time to mess with that. I'd rather just pay it and go. Nobody goes to my website anyway. I have very little traffic. Most people go to my Google page, which is free. You got to check out how much traffic you have to your website. And there's very little traffic to my website. %95 of the people just find me doing a Google search. And Google has very good analytics to show you where your traffic's coming from and what keywords they're searching. '88 people watching. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Also tell me where you're watching from. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. League City is halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears. That's what we're doing this morning, is sharpening salon shears. Barney, I do everything on the iPhone and through the calendar on the iPhone. You can set up your reminders, everything, when people are going to show up, and it's always in your hands. And it didn't cost me a dime. Well, thanks for watching from India. What time is it in India? $7:39 in the evening. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all popping in and saying hello. It's a little after 9 in the morning here in Texas. No, I don't care anything about linking my website. Like I said, nobody goes to my website. Very little traffic. And I don't want anybody else booking the appointment other than me. A little bit of a thin ride line here. Maybe a little bit more at the tip. Looks good. there's just not much of a hollow grind on these. This is a very old pair of Joel's. Hey Dale, you did finally catch me. What's going on, buddy? Alright, looks pretty good. That looks real good. Gonna have to find a new washer. There was no washer here on this screw. So let's put that back in the alcohol. Actually, I think that one's going to work pretty good. Can't believe the first one I pulled out of there was going to be the one that works. Or maybe. I think it'll work. I need to take some off that bumper. I don't like that at all. Maybe if I crank it down and then back it off. No, that washer is not going to work. It's too thick. I need to find a very thin washer. Well, actually, it should work. Gonna work. I'm gonna have to figure something else out here. Ha. Yeah, that's not gonna work. These are a little thinner. Hey Jeff, what's going on, buddy? That one fits a little bit better in there. Yeah, it was not a bad morning. I walked the dogs about 5 a.m. and it was actually a nice little breeze out of the south, where it's usually no breeze at that time of the morning, and it was not bad. Still humid though. The lady brought me 2 pairs of old Salon shears last night. Man, that Villages has got to be a good business for you. They used to play commercials for the Villages here in Texas all the time, and I haven't seen those commercials in years. 40 sounds nice, Jeff. I'd like it to stay below 60 in the daytime, but we're a long ways away from that here in Texas. Hey, Vinny. Vinny doesn't take his gloves off. I bet he wears those gloves to bed. And I know he does when he changes diapers. All right, so the cutting in the middle. Oh yeah, nice. She'll be happy with this. She said these haven't been sharpened in years. Dale, what's the average age of somebody who lives in the village? It's 55 and older, correct? And I was surprised how much you told me how many houses were there. That's huge. I didn't realize it was that big. How many sharpeners do you think are in that area? All right, we got another pair. Give you an idea how bad these are. I'm gonna take my tissue paper off instead of moving the camera. So watch this. See that? They always advertised here in Texas that when they had the Villages commercials here on television in Texas, that it was a retirement community. They never said 55 and older, but they always showed, you know, older people riding golf carts and things like that. And I just thought it was wild that they advertised it in Texas. I always thought it was cool. I told my wife that's where we should move. Interesting. I mean, if you're a retired guy, that'd be a nice little side business. There's a little nick right there. That'd be a great little business. Set your sharpening up on a golf cart. A sharpening station on the back of a golf cart, drive around. That'd be cool. Well, if you're just joining us, we're sharpening Salon shears. Let me look in them. And these we're not cutting at all. They're just worn. These look like they've never even been sharpened. So we're going to work the inside ride line first. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? That'd be awesome. Ride around on a golf cart. You could go from house to house. Hey, Jim. Yeah, Vinny, this is the 1000 grit. And I really need it too, because the ride lines on these shears are really damaged. And when I say damage, it's just wear. It's not any physical damage to it. We're almost there. Just a little bit more at the tip. And I've got it all cleaned up on the inside. This was an older lady. She doesn't cut hair anymore. She said she cut hair 40 years ago, and these were her shears. They're so tiny. All right, that looks real good. Dale, I'll check out your your Facebook page for that picture. I don't know if I saw it or not. Sometimes I don't see everybody's post. But I think I follow you on Facebook. I'm almost sure. William, no, I don't want to mess with that. That just, you'd have to rinse it all off of everything. Just another step in cleaning up the shears. Water works perfect. I think we're almost there. I'm almost sure I follow you on Facebook, Dale. We're almost there. That looks good. Yep, Vinny, check out his site. Ship Shape Sharpening, isn't that what the name of it is? He sharpens some pretty cool stuff. It was on the inside, Vinny. It was just a real thin ride line. Just where it's been wearing. These have never been sharpened before, I can tell. And I got my new light in place. All right, I got a burr. One pass. How are you?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Carly?
Oh, yes. I was expecting a lot.
No, I get that a lot.
Sorry. You just leave them in the box?
Okay, perfect.
Oh, sweet. You just text you your help?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No rush. Perfect.
Maybe you sat like something. She's okay, but he's a runner.
No, I get that. My girl dog is
She loves women. She's just very protective, you know. No, you stay inside, mister. I think, Charlie. Oh my God, you should have just seen that girl that dropped off knives. Holy cow, she was smoking. She surprised me there at the gate. She was beautiful. All right, so we're going to do some knives this morning too. After we finish these shears. Actually, I probably won't start the knives till this afternoon. I got to pick up my son at the airport this morning. He's flying in from Denver. Hey, I'm an old man. I can look. Just can't touch. She could have been my granddaughter. Let's be honest here. She had texted me, or I thought it was going to be a guy. I said Charlie. She texted last night, said she had some knives to sharpen. Said her name was Charlie. I thought it was a guy, and then she shows up this morning, it's a girl. If you'll wait just a second, I'll show you how I'm going to restore the ride line. I'm going to do it on a whetstone. I like to work the ride line before I go to the flat hone and after. I like to establish a nice ride line prior to sharpening the convex edge. But that's just me. That's an extra step that most people don't want to take. No, I was very very surprised, and she was very, very good looking. She was beautiful. Exactly, William. You just can't touch. And she don't want no old man like me anyway. She'd be calling me Grandpa. But the dogs liked her. Did you hear the dogs come out? Awesome. All right. We got them sharpened. See if we can remove the burr. Take a look at the edge. Dogs are the best judge of people. The only problem is my German Shepherd, he likes everybody. The mixed breed, she's just very, very protective of me. I have to watch her, especially with men. She does not like men at all. And she will get after them. All right, I'm gonna polish this side a little bit before I assemble it, before I do the ride line. I just didn't get all the scratches off of it. That looks a little bit better. All right, we're gonna get to those ride lines in a minute. Hey, you sharpeners out there, I hope y'all check out the light that I got. I did 2 videos. I did a short and a long form video on the Nikuse magnifying glass light that they sent me. I really like this light. You guys can't see it here, but I am using it. I have it mounted right above the flat hone, and it works really well. All right, looks good. I've got all the burr off of it. So now we can, well, I don't have all the burr off of it. I just saw something pop up. Vinny, this is when this little piece of leather comes in real handy. It kind of catches the burr better than the microfiber towel, and I can actually feel it. Looks good. All right, so now we're going to work the ride lines again. And I've got a good ride line because I did work it to begin with. I've got a solid ride line. all the way around the J, and it looks real good. There's a little haze right in there, maybe at the tip, so we're going to work that real quick. It's not going to take much. Maybe a little more. Change my pressure a little bit to the middle of the shear. That looks good. You know, I can turn that dust collector off. Don't have so much noise. I see one little thing right in there that I don't like. That looks real good. All right, so we're going to go to the 6,000 grit stone now. And I need to get a new 3,000 grit. 6,000 is just too much, but I'm not going to work it a whole lot. You don't need to go 6,000 on ride lines. Vinny, are you still out there? I think Vinny's feeding the baby. That looks real good. I like that. I think this shear is going to cut fantastic. William, yes, they're both Sharpen ceramic stones. I like the ceramic. They're very consistent for the Salon shears, and they're really easy to flatten back out compared to a natural stone. I do have some natural stones. But I prefer these for the salon barber and pet grooming shears. That's just me. Everybody's got their preference. That looks real good. All right. Well, thanks, Earl. I appreciate you watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel. You know, I sharpen the same stuff over and over and over again. So it's the same boring stuff. Ooh. Feels good. And if you were at the start of this, it wouldn't cut one ply tissue. Now it just cuts, and there's no resistance whatsoever. So now we're gonna try hair. And that's the only thing that counts in testing your shears is hair. And it's cutting great. Watch it cut real clean. I was going to ask you, Vinny, what stone came with your setup? Did it just come with one stone, one white stone? I assume it's the original package from Wolf Industries, and it has the 6,000 stone. Yeah, that's cutting great. Look at that. She's going to be real happy with that. Especially since they didn't cut it all. All right, well, like I said, this is the only 2 pairs of shears I had this morning. Now I got about 12 knives to do. And I'm gonna do that a little later this afternoon because I'm gonna have to leave for the airport here in a little bit, and I'm not gonna start and then quit. So there we go. Appreciate everybody watching. So we did 2 pairs of shears. We did 2 pairs of shears in 50 minutes. What a nice lady. All right, guys, y'all have a great day. Barney, Jeff, Vinny, Jim, y'all take care.